They said it was going to be worse than Ash Wednesday, but nobody ever imagined it would be like this. And we never believed so many homes would be destroyed, let alone lives lost. Close to 20 people are now in hospital being treated for burns, but when you look at what they went through, their survival is remarkable.
Bit of havoc, cars on top of trees.
All these houses along here were just popping and explosions, and people coming up wanting to, look for friends that have. I think so. It was just madness last night.
The small community of Pheasant Creek near King Lake is all but gone, raised in what looks like a nuclear holocaust from the air. While on the ground, home after home is now a twisted, smouldering mess, entire streets destroyed.
No, it's devastating. It's heart-wrenching. And some people that we know, I think they've lost 2 of their young kids, so that's even worse.
The level of destruction here is slightly overwhelming, and scenes reminiscent to what was left in Canberra when the bushfires ripped through there. Houses, cars, virtually everything in front of me has been destroyed in a wildfire locals say couldn't be stopped.
It won't be known for days, perhaps weeks, exactly how many homes have been destroyed, but with fires across much of the state, the number is likely to be in the hundreds. Some sought the comfort of Prime Minister Kevin Rudd as he toured the worst affected areas with the Premier.
Do you know something? Yeah, here. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only part that worked.
Both men clearly stunned at the scale of what was in front of them.
Hell and all its fury has visited the good people of Victoria in the last 24 hours, and many good people now lie dead.
We've got thousands of Victorians this morning who've got up to a new day, and they've lost houses, they've lost family, they've lost friends, they've lost neighbours.
But it was the enormity of what had happened which was hard for everyone to comprehend. There had been a time earlier in the day when it seemed that dire predictions may not have been warranted, with just a few puffs of smoke to be seen. But after lunch the state sprang alight in an instant. It seemed spot fires were starting up everywhere, as winds stronger than anyone had seen carried embers for kilometres and put more and more communities under threat. In Gippsland, the Bunya Bridge fire, which had burnt through the night, was given a new life, and soon firefighters found themselves fighting blind, with more than a dozen towns under threat.
I was the incident controller at Ash Wednesday at Upper Beak and Beaconsfield, and this is worse conditions.
Heli tankers tried to get the jump on a blaze that broke out near Kilmore, north of Melbourne. But gale force winds fanned the embers, and soon Wandong and Mount Disappointment were also ablaze. Residents who moved to the area for the peaceful country lifestyle were suddenly battling to save their homes and themselves. In Bendigo, it wasn't so much a bushfire as a blaze which targeted houses in an outer suburban street. Townspeople, banned from watering their lawns, defended their homes with garden hoses.
This is a joke.
But it wasn't. The light of day revealed 14 homes destroyed.
And you've lost everything?
Everything we own.
In the state's west, thousands of hectares were burnt out in Coleraine and also at Horsham. The golf club lost its clubhouse, while farmers already struggling with drought are now facing another burden.
When you see water tanks that are full of water just melt, and it was just a bit surreal, really.
As police and fire crews check the wreckage of homes destroyed in what's to become the state's worst fires in modern history.
Please just stay out of those areas until we can actually get in, make sure it's safe, and deal with some of the consequences and certainly some of these very sad deaths that we are seeing.
Peter Morris, 7 News.